Well, we missed it on console, but we got it out of a single spin on PC, and thus it is still on for the week. What's going on, everybody? This is Goose on the 13th, coming at you with another video for the Anksha as of its debut on GBO2 for Steam. Checking this bad boy out. It is a 600 cost ground general with 2 priority here, no particular compatibility since it is a transformable suit. This is quite rare for those. And this is actually, despite being a really diverse and cool suit, a very simple suit. You know, it's only a 4-weapon suit. So we got the Anksha beam rifle. Most of its weapons are integrated. You know, there's no real variety here in terms of all that. Decent accumulation on these. I'm gonna look into these together a little bit. For the beam rifle itself, this does have a charge burst on it, which is pretty nice. And of course, when you transform, you just had this. So going for that charge, running in with that, and then just being able to nudge people, this does have some pretty neat stuff going on in that regard. But it's less about that, more about the combinations, and in terms of just the general stats of the suit. So let's run over those. So 22,000 health out of the box, even at 600, is pretty considerable. Pretty impressive. Going down the rest of the stats, we have ballistic resistance at 23, as well as beam resistance at 23, 25 for melee resistance, range strength of 34, melee strength of 26, movement speed of 140, top speed of 210, thruster gauge of 80, and turning speed of 69. Going on to the part slots, we have 15 for close, 21 for medium, and long range at 8. And of course, checking out the skills here, we got Electric Shock Absorber 3, Emergency Evasion System 1, Flight Control Program level 3, Fall Prevention System level 1, Glide Structure level 4, Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1, High Performance Balancer level 1, Force Injector level 2, Melee Combo Controller level 1, Damage Control level 2. Just and like a neutral state, you know. Transform, of course, and then we have the Arm Bind Buffer, which is for 30. An aerial melee system, so you can actually do your downswing mid-air. Going into the transformation state, we have movable shield binder. When transformed, press the evasive maneuver twice to perform an emergency evasion with a reduced drain on the thrusters. When maintaining high-speed movement, speed will increase by 5, and thruster consumption is reduced. So this is something interesting, in that phrase, reduced drain on the thrusters, is something that actually, I think, describes this suit really well when it comes to its transformation in general. It also, you know, of course, has shock dampeners, transformation optimizer, so 60% reduces thruster gauge consumption when moving by 25. The ram attack is only level 1. A high boost ram attack is a little different. When transformed, maintaining high speed movement boosts speed by 5%, or by 5, and the power of the ram attack by 1,000. You'll see a little effect when this happens, kind of similar to if you've seen any other suit that has something similar when it has the high speed, whatever. Maintain it for a little bit, you see like a little burst of wind or whatever to show it, and then you just go on from there. But this is actually a pretty impressive suit, despite looking on the surface pretty simplistic. But you know, sometimes simple is better, and we're gonna go into our practice round and show off some of the stuff that it can do, some of the skills and all that good stuff. Some of this we're gonna be discovering together, because even though I was trying to get some matches today, I was mostly just focusing on that. We did a real long stream today. I have just woken up again. But the usual stuff. Simple one for that. No charge on the main gun, by the way. So if you can actually train those on something with no damage control, it's 2 rounds of that, so 4 hits, essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into the charge here, there's a 3-shot burst, all of those stunned, by the way. And now we'll get into the Vulcans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's about 17 out of 60. Not bad for that either. Then we get into these. Actually, when I was doing this first, I thought it brought both of them down. It just brings down the one. Now, that being said, it does doesn't quite have the same issue. It feels like it centers a little bit more compared to some of the other suits where I'm like, oh, if it does this, it favors really hard to write. This is a very centered suit in terms of a lot of its weapons and whatnot. Typical swings here, that's pretty good as well. And of course we go into woo-wee. You can actually do it from midair. Decent amount of output on that, by the way. Actually, I'm a little bit curious. So this has had DC on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 has 3 bursts. Which actually, as you can see on that gauge, I know my head's blocking it a little bit. That didn't go down into caution. Or it was right at the edge of caution in order to be able to pull that off. Going into the meat and potatoes, though, we also do have a pretty good flight here. You see that extra boost come out when the wind burst happens, and boom! So that was 2500 with the burst. If you just kind of do it raw here, and by the way, check this shit out. Barely any consumption. Yeah, that was like 19 or so. Like this thing pretty much just sips boost. You can come in and out of transformation for pretty much nothing. And if you put in a little bit of extra boost on it, it'll be even less noticeable. Like, it's pretty impressive. All right, so we're gonna try to show off something. I'm not very good at shit like this, but I am going to try for you guys. There's a very typical combo that this suit is capable of, that people tend to do when they're approaching and had the time. So you go in, do the burst, come out with another shot, and then if you're high enough, you can actually do that while still mid-air, depending on your approach. You know, but you just follow that up with another stun. Or another downswing. The fact that all you really have to do is just not touch the ground for a little bit, and you can just kind of go into this mode for free, is actually really nice. And that does have a lot of cover on it, which is why people are able to do that combo pretty freely. That being said, if you're actually, the gliders and all that do mean that you're gonna be pretty obvious after a certain point, which is why you need to try to time that second stun well enough to give you enough space and speed in order to be able to land that downswing. But in general, this is a pretty nice suit. You're actually seeing right now the accumulation on this, even for the charge shots and just regular neutral shots, pretty fucking good, all things considered. You can actually contribute really well to blasting down the base. So this is a very good all-around machine for 600. When this first came out on console, it was an absolute menace. Obviously, other things have come out since then. Other things have been level boosted since then that people are, you know, doing more. But this still has a strong presence at its cost range. It's something that I'm pretty sure is just a staple suit at this point. There's, you know, the combos are simple. The output is good. If you nudge it any one way when it comes to offense or whatever, it just gets better. It's really hard to kind of fuck up this suit because of how well adjusted it is in the first place. This is, by far and large, a meta suit. The kind of thing where you don't really particularly have to worry about what you do as long as you understand the basics of what it's supposed to be doing. And from there, you know, you just do whatever. And it kind of just accommodates you instead of you having to accommodate it. That being said, because of the ease of use and accessibility, there's not a whole lot else to say about it, but we will get into a match. I'll be real with you though, 600, even on console when it first came out, very chaotic. PC, even more chaotic, and it was a bitch trying to actually get a win in this when we were trying to do our dailies, but it was a win daily day, which means, you know, clock has to tell the right time at least twice a day, or a broken clock. I totally fucked up that phrase, but whatever. It does mean that we had to get one eventually, and we did. And we're going to be showing that off right around here.
We're entering the combat area. Whoever's ready, sortie now!
Not feeling too good about this one.
Commencing operation. The enemy's captured a beacon. Beacon overtaken.
Wait, does that mean they had 2 deltas?
Right there. You can shrug that off, right? Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Wait, is that also that's a Xanthos and 2 deltas essentially?
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Mobile suit destroyed. The mobile suit can't take much more. Eject.
Damn. Got fucking wrecked by something.
The mobile suit has been destroyed.
By its friendly, all trying to melee. Ooh.
Shake it off. Select your redeployment now. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Woo. What is Ford doing? He's trying to fucking repair. He's just gonna die now because the guy just landed next to him.
See you soon. We've lost an allied unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Wait, how did he manage that?
Supporting fire incoming. There's a hot zone. Long-range supporting fire is a go. An ally has destroyed an enemy. Firing has stopped. The enemy took damage from that supporting fire. Now get in there. Light damage. You can shrug that off, right? We've lost an allied unit. The enemy's captured a beacon. We've lost an allied unit. Receiving an SOS from an ally. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Watch yourself. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. We've lost an allied unit.
Nice, on a fucking building.
Has been destroyed.
The annoying thing is that if I would have rolled, I would have still got caught on that thing. Like, I would have just dug itself to the left and just not moved.
See you soon. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. This op's got 1 minute to go. Don't get sloppy now. We've lost an allied unit. Light damage. You can shrug that off, right? Mobile suit destroyed.
Oh.
All right, we win.
Oh boy. For the people at home, that was us going into overtime, I think for what, 5 rounds at least? Ridiculous. Still, this thing is fun. I think the only reason we really got that, or even got close, is because they just had so many supports for no reason. But, I mean, it does kind of highlight something. Unless we actually get enough nudges and downswings in this thing, those two we have to kind of chip away at. Also, we had no support of our own, which is even more annoying. But it can do the damage.
Here are this battle's rewards.
Oh boy. So that was our rather haphazard run in the Anksha. I'm definitely enjoying this suit, all things considered. I want to try to do more with this. This is another similar situation to how we're in the Freedom, because I'll be honest with you, I'm still trying to get a decent match for the Freedom so that we can do the usual video, and boy oh boy, has 700 on PC been a shit show, but hopefully we can get that pretty soon. You know, there's always dailies. We'll probably just focus on that for a little bit just to try to seal the deal. But I am glad that I got this. I still can't believe that I got this on a single spin. And from here on, it's going to be interesting to see how this deals with other stuff. The big thing right now that I'm thinking mostly for Steam and PC in general is just, you know, we got the Freedom. We're still in a trial period when it comes to AU suits. And obviously, they're not going to do all of them at once because that does mean doubling down on banners for whatever week that they come out. But I do hope that they don't focus solely on 4 stars because of that. I want them to be able to do other grunt suits. I want them to do lower cost suits around these ranges, like 600 lower, stuff like that, because there's a lot of potential in seed alone offer a very wide range of costs for suits, and I'm very curious to see how a lot of those would shake out. But we'll just have to see what they do. But that is the long and short for the Anksha. Like I said, not a whole lot to talk about, but a whole lot to do in this suit. And something that I'm glad that we were actually able to get our hands on now. So, until next time, this will be Goose the 13th. I'll talk to y'all later.